Hey, my goodness. Hello, you guys out there that are watching. And so I'm nervous today, right? There are some people that I get to sit down and chat with, call it an interview or just a conversation, and I know them. So it's kind of like a little bit more comfortable, if you will. Like I feel like I'm in my living room and it's not a big deal. But then you meet these ladies across social media, my guests today, and you know that there's a reason for you guys not being connected right now, but you know that you will one day, but you can't figure out why and all these things. And you just, admire is a good word. I would say I admire things that I've read about her or have seen, for myself, and believe that, she's definitely a prime example of stilettos on the pavement. And that is why I wanted to have this discussion with her and kind of pick her brain a little bit, right? So those of you who do not know, I'm going to go back a little bit. My name is Tamika Garrett, and this is my show, and it's called Stilettos on the Pavement, exclusively at We Believe Digital. This is our time for, really, it's about women. It was created to talk to professional business women, and for so many different reasons that I won't go into right now because I don't want to take too much time away from my guests, like I said. But you can get that information at stilettosonthepavement.com, and it's stilettos like the shoe, onthepavement.com. So today I have with me in the studio, her name is Brenda, right?
Yes.
So, you guys, when I tell you, you have to really just Google her, look at her website. It gives you so much information. I want to have them put her, I think it's her logo that up there so you guys can see. And we're going to how should I start this conversation? I was asking God and I was praying about it. And I was like, I don't know. And then I saw her logo today. It was the back of your Facebook page, the cover. And I said, if I take that logo and I talk about the 3 words that are a part of it, I think that'd be a great way to start,
Absolutely.
And I do know in my heart of hearts that you'll be back on the show because you cannot cram all of this goodness, right, in 1 hour. We can't tell them how you started all these things, right? And we can't tell them about your testimony and your children and your hobbies and your new academy in 1 hour. So with that being said, I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
I see what it says on your website. I know you have a slew of, accolades and talents and education and all those things. So I'm honored that you had made today time for us because I was like, I want to talk to her. I want to interview her, but, and so here we are. So who are you?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to be on the show. I've, admired you from afar for a long time, and so I'm just thankful to be here. But I am Brenda Myers. I am CEO and founder of Entrepreneurs Academy 101. I am the chairman and founder of Entrepreneurs Academy 101 Foundation, which is a nonprofit. I am also CEO and founder of Journey Insurance Solutions. I guess it's safe to say that I am a serial entrepreneur. I am a mother, I am a grandmother, and I am just, like I said, over the moon to be able to sit here and talk with Miss Garrett.
So you said you are a mother and a grandmother?
Yes. I am the mother of twins, a boy and a girl.
Okay, and how old are they?
30.
Okay.
They'll be 31 this year, and I have 4 grandkids. So they are amazing, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay, that is a blessing. The grandchildren, they always say, the grandparents are different than they were parents. Then you have the freedom, to
send them back
way
home.
More freedom. Right, and then, okay, your time is up. Grandma love you, or Gigi loves you, or, one of those terms of endearment. So
yeah, it's a different kind of
awesome.
love. It is like a different kind of love. It's like I created a human, and then now my kids created humans.
Right.
So it's just a different kind of love. I can't explain it.
That's really cool. I know that on social media, what I see are people calling, people aunties all the time. Your auntie is too good looking to be over 40 and all of this stuff. And so I just, family is really, really important. And so let's start there.
Okay.
All right. You talked about your children. Tell us a little bit about your family or your background, where you come from, and things like that.
Okay, so I am a native of Jackson, Mississippi. I have 8 siblings, so it's 9 of us. My parents were married for 62 years before.
Good God Almighty.
Yes, and before my father passed away in 2018 with cancer. But he's always instilled in all of us, to be the best you could be. Don't try to be somebody else. Just be the best you can be, and trust and believe in God and put Him first, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out. But, all of us live in Mississippi except for one. I have a sister that's a nurse practitioner. She lives in California. But we're all here, and we're, loving on my mom and taking care of my mom since my dad is no longer here.
That's awesome.
It's a major adjustment, but, that's where family come in, and everybody just band together and love on each other.
I'm about to be crying on this show. I said, do not do it, Mika. Do not. But, when we were talking, when you arrived to the studio, that we were talking, and I realized how much we have in common. Like, I knew a little bit from reading your website and things like that. I was like, okay, this is really awesome. But to sit here and think about it, and how great that is, that we can have these things in common that we embrace and love on, right? But we also can appreciate the differences.
Yes.
And when we talk about our kids, that's what I think about. You have your children, right? And they have all these similarities that come from their parents, but then they also have these differences. So this is really crazy, because my sister has a set of twins that are 13, right? 2 girls. So tell me a little bit about, because I know I'm jumping around, but we'll circle back to whatever you want. Good. We'll circle back to whatever you want. And I don't know, were you a single parent with the twins?
No, I was married. I married my high school sweetheart. So we got married at 24. I had twins at 26.
Okay.
And we were married, I think we were married for like 12 years, and to me, the only reason why the divorce happened was because, we were young. I was young. Yes. I just made some terrible decisions or choices, early on. And so, but I wanted to move out. First of all, I wanted to live on campus at Jackson State University. My dad was like, you live right here in the city. Why do you need to live on campus? I just wanted to, experience it.
Right.
And then, I wanted to move out and get an apartment. And he's like, well, you can't move out until you get married, because that's their mentality. That's the way they think. And so I said, okay, well, I'm going to get married. So we planned a wedding. We got married, and, everything was great. We had kids, but then I felt myself missing out on something in life. And so that's what I was like, the only way I'm going to find me is to find me by myself. And so we had a hard decision, a hard conversation, and we just decided, okay. And we're best friends now, so my husband's very instrumental, and my ex-husband's very instrumental in the success of my children. Yeah, in raising them. Phenomenal father. Yeah, even to this day, we still discuss the decisions that the kids make. Did you know, so-and-so did this? I was like, I told her not to do it. So it's you still parent, no matter how old your kids get. You still parent, So, but yeah, I had a, great, I guess, relationship with him, and that's why we're able to be friends now. And then we have the grandkids now, so we still have the same conversation about the grandkids.
That's funny. Yeah, this is crazy how this is unfolding, but I'm absolutely loving it. So I said that because my family and I were just talking about how blended our family is. My dad was like, do you know how blended we are? I was like, yeah, we're pretty blended, Pops. And then we talk about, my sisters are always saying, we have some dysfunctions in here. I said, everybody has dysfunctions. They just learn how to function
in their dysfunction.
Within that dysfunction. Because no family is perfect. And families allow you to see what they want you to see, you know, what they share. And some people just make up stuff. Let's be real about it. All that stuff on social media for the young and old.
Yes.
That stuff is not real. It's
90% of it is probably not true.
Some of it is manifestation, like I want this to happen to me. Some of it is just straight lies, you know, and a lot of it is the pressure. Yeah. Even pressure with the high school students, the college student, and my God, 25 and older even have pressures of keeping up or whatever.
Yes.
So what I'm like, I'm super excited about you being here again. I can't stress that enough, because when I had the vision for Stilettos, it really was for professional business women that are confident enough to understand that there's enough blessings in business out here for us to be okay, right? And I got tired, like I was telling you, I got tired of hearing boots on the ground, boots on the ground. Well, I get that, but in Jackson, Mississippi, there are some amazing, absolutely amazing, strong, powerful women who sometimes lose their way. At that wanted to be an entrepreneur, right, but didn't have the first steps, and that'll lead us into maybe we'll talk about your academy next, right? So, and you and I talked about it. This is our first conversation that we had, you know, earlier today, but I need you guys to know that in Jackson, Mississippi, you are amazing. Do you hear me? I know that it feels like for those who work in a male-dominated industry that we don't get credit, and sometimes we don't. We don't get the equal pay. We're not seen the same because we just happen to be a woman, right? And what a blessing that is. So let's clear that up, right?
Right.
So I need you guys to know that you can step in your own faith, your own power, and make it, and you can succeed. And the moment you realize, one, that you're powerful, right? And then two, that there are other women out here, such as ourselves, that want you to be successful. Depending on how you define success, not what society says, because they'll tell you anything.
Yes, so that's major.
So let's talk about that.
I agree with that. You know, society will tell you that you have to, you know, have this job to be successful. You have to make this much money to be successful. Success to me is relative. Whatever you feel like your version of success is, then you go after that, you know. And a lot of times when we do, you know, pursue dreams or whatever, it's really not our dream. It's what somebody dreamt for us. That's true. You know, so we got to determine inside of ourselves what our passion is, what our vision is, what our goal is, and then we'll go after that. But like I said, success is what you deem successful. You know, I can't say, you know, you're not successful because you're, you know, working in an office 9 to 5. You know, maybe that's their dream. Maybe they're happy being there. But that's not my reality. You know, my reality is like I didn't want to work for someone else after I was downsized. So success to me is owning my own business. And it's okay to have different versions or visions of success.
Right, that is true.
Yeah.
And success for me is, it changes a lot, right? But one thing about it, and those of you who don't know, I'm an advocate for mental health. So on the days when I just don't feel like it, and I just cannot at that moment, success for me might be getting up, taking a shower, going outside, you know, listening to God through the birds, or actually drinking 1 cup of coffee without any interruptions. I just love that when it happens. I have to work on it though. So, and I like the fact that, you know, you have to determine what success means to you, because those things that you mentioned, society, commercials, all of those things, social media, will have you believe that's the definition of success. But I encourage you, at whatever age you are, to define it yourself. Come up with a definition and then shoot to reach that goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know we're going to take a break in just a minute. So when we come back, I want to talk about your academy. Right?
I'll be ready.
That's open now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you guys, we have a few more minutes, but I just want to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for watching We Believe Digital, right? We are a pretty new podcast and media company located with an office in Jackson, Mississippi, and one in the works in some city in Georgia. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to ask that you just bear with us because we're changing a bunch of things. We're going to have our launch for you guys to get more information on July the 1st, which is a Friday. I'll give you the location and the time once we confirm everything. But we want your voice to be heard. You know, if you're looking for a space or a home to have your own podcast, whether you're more experienced or just getting started, please give us a call. You'll see our phone number sometime throughout today's show. And then also, you know, you could reach out to us on Facebook, any of the social medias. You could DM someone. If you do not get a response for someone via email within 48 hours, you can email me. And here we go. The email is tgarrett51@outlook.com. Please do not email me for anything other than what the purpose is for. Don't play. So the next thing is that we are going out to the schools to get the students to come in here so we can bridge that gap between what the seniors know and what the young ones know. It's necessary. So we'll talk about that a little bit when we come back from this commercial break. Hang tight, you guys.
Are you tired of living check to check and looking for residual income? We have just the opportunity for you. Join us on Saturday, the 25th of June in Jackson, Mississippi, as we discuss the sexiest industry in the world, travel. Let's turn your passion into profits, whether it's on a full-time or part-time basis. Please RSVP or text to 404-915-8626. We look forward to connecting and taking flight. See you soon.
So we are back. I'm Tamika Garrett, and I have Miss Brenda here with me today. And what we're going to talk about next is her online academy, correct?
Yes.
So let's tell them what that's about.
Okay. So Entrepreneurs Academy 101 is an online school for aspiring and beginner entrepreneurs. Anybody who wants to step away from a 9-to-5 and pursue a dream or a vision of becoming an entrepreneur can attend Entrepreneurs Academy online. There is a full curriculum of classes from how do you start an LLC or whatever corporation, S Corp, C Corp, whatever you want to do. How do you choose a name for your business? How you register for, legally register your company with the IRS. You know, all of those things are important. So in the academy, you can take classes at your own leisure. So it's online. So you can take the courses whenever you want to take them. And all of them are priced separately, but there is a package deal so you can take all of them. And that's actually the better deal when you get the whole complete course. But the courses range from $99 to $300, but the complete package, like I said, is like $1,200. But of course, we're always giving discounts and, from time to time. So, but you can go online at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com and just check out everything that we have to offer. I mean, there are webinars, there are PowerPoint presentations, there are downloads that you can, tangibly download and have whenever you want to have them. There's just a lot, becoming an entrepreneur is really hard. And the reason why I created Entrepreneurs Academy was because when I first started, I had to scratch and claw to get information and go from this place to this place to this place. The vision just came to me one day. It's like, why don't you create something so other entrepreneurs won't have to do all of that? There's information from the SBA on the resources. There's a lot on there. How to write a business plan, how to do a business budget, mental development classes, how to change your mindset, how to overcome challenges. Oh, wow. All of that is on there. And it's more than just, getting an LLC to say I'm a business owner. you have to have business development.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I got my LLC, I paid that $50, and I put my name on my company. It was Myers Insurance Group, because I was so excited. I was like, I'm a business owner. But those, you know, when I got my office location, had the ribbon cutting ceremony, you know, I felt empowered. But that empowerment was short-lived because I was working for myself. So I had to do everything. You know, I remember when the printer broke down. I didn't have no IT department. I'm the IT department. And those things cost, those things cost money. So with the right training and nurturing, you know, anybody who wants to become an entrepreneur can do it. The resources are all here at Entrepreneurs Academy 101 online. Just check it out. And you're accepted. There is no registration fee. You just take the courses as you see fit. And then at the end, there is a certificate of completion at the end of each course. But if you do the whole academy, there's a certificate of achievement to say, you know, I'm an entrepreneur.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. And it is a great thing, like for real, it is a great thing to be able to say. So I think that, you know, a lot of times the young ones get caught up in the entrepreneurship because it does take a lot, you know, and there are a lot of times I learned this from my father where you could lose everything. You could lose your house, you could lose your family, you could lose your vehicle, just chasing your dream to be an entrepreneur. So tell me a little bit about that, because did you not write I believe you wrote a book about just that, right?
I did. So becoming an entrepreneur, the book actually came before the academy, because yes, I had to put all of my blood, sweat, and tears, you know, into the book, you know, to make it available for people who, you know, want to be able to become entrepreneurs. It's a lot of stuff out there, but you do have to, you know, go all over the place to try to find good information. So I just put it all in the book. And I want to go back to the academy because the initial reason for doing the academy was for, you know, older people, whatever. But then the Lord gave me another vision about what about the young people who have dreams and visions and want to, you know, do something with their lives, but they're not sure how to do it. And they don't have the proper encouragement or tools to do it. And so he gave me the foundation, Entrepreneurs Academy 101 Foundation, which is my nonprofit that gives scholarships to high school students to attend the academy, you know, for free. And then they get the books for free. All of that is a part of the whole process, how God brings everything together.
He does.
So
I like what you just said, and so I will do this. Here I go, putting my foot in my mouth sometimes. But my mom, you know, so my parents are older, but my dad, every gadget that comes out, if it's a new Apple this or he wants to get it, and he wants to challenge himself, and that's why he's a great chess player. He wants to challenge himself to see no one's going to beat him, no piece of device has that much control over his life. Where my mom doesn't really know, she doesn't use the computers like that, you know. So going back to, you know, teaching our senior citizens, you know, or people that are just, they don't know, you know, how to do it because they didn't have the access to it. You know, they didn't have the demand that it was so important as it is now, type of thing. So I will help you. I will teach a class or two at no cost to help them.
That's so amazing. Thank you so much.
Because it's really, really important.
Yes. Well, good. I appreciate that. And, you know, we need all the help we can get because, you know, it takes a village. I mean, you know, we didn't understand that when we were little because, you know, Miss Johnson down the street telling your mama you were outside and you weren't supposed to be outside. You know what I'm saying? You're like, why she in our business?
Be quiet, right?
But now I totally understand it takes a village to, you know, raise a child, but to create successful individuals in the community. So it takes all of us working together to do that.
It does. And, you know, that is why, here we go. Help me, God. Help me, God. Okay, so this is the part that I didn't understand when I moved back to Mississippi in 2013. I didn't understand how much things have changed since I was a little girl. But in the same time, some things are still the same. I just didn't understand when I was in the 4th grade what that meant, you know. So the same reason why Stilettos on the Pavement was created, right? The vision for that, because there was a need. And there's a need for the things that you are doing. There's a need for people to understand you're going to need rivers of income. So entrepreneurship is the way to go, in addition to, you know, your other means of income.
Right.
And then the computer piece of it and being online and teaching the younger people, it's also needed here.
Yes.
You know, there's so many different reasons why, but Mississippi, we have to do a better job of, I'm just going to say it, of supporting other people, period.
Yes.
Like, as women, I don't understand still how you don't think that you could sell the same product as somebody, but both of you guys are successful. I just don't get it. You know, people always talk about McDonald's. I was going to say In-N-Out, but In-N-Out is in Cali. So they always talk about burgers, right? You know, you can get a burger from Stamps Burger, right? You can get a burger from McDonald's. You can get a burger from wherever, but it's so much more than that. It's your personality. It's your price points.
Yes.
It's your geographic. It's so many different things. So I'm just going to ask you, why do they do that so much here? Like, I don't get it.
You know, that's a really good question. And I ask myself sometimes that too, because it seems like the main ones who are, you know, preaching or have a platform for helping others, when you reach out to them, there's no help. So is it hypocritical? Is it, you know, what is the motive for saying you are, you know, an organization or an individual that helps people, but when the time comes to help, you know, there are excuses, you know. So the only reason why I think they do that is because they don't want you to be more successful than they are. And that's the mentality of Mississippi, of Jackson, really. You know, it's enough out here for everybody. It's enough out here for everybody. We can help each other. You know, collaboration is the key. You know, if you've done something and you've done it successfully, then reach out and ask somebody to, you know, say, hey, you know, I've noticed you. I think that you are good at this. Do you want to work with me on this project? You know, and it doesn't cost you anything to reach out to somebody to help. You know, we're supposed to be a community where, you know, I say each one reach one or teach one or whatever. That's what we're supposed to do. But, you know, to me, it's not coming across like that, especially when you're in a position or a business where you have to ask people for donations and sponsorships and, you know, all that. I started and I'm not trying to, you know, solicit anything, but I started a fundraiser about 5 days ago, and I said I was trying to raise $20,000 in 30 days. I sent out a message to people, nobody responds. So, and I just said, let me just put this out here to see what's going to happen. And, you know, still nothing. I'm like, where are all these people who believe in the cause or believe in supporting and helping, you know, our children? They all have these platforms, but nobody, you know, delivers. So that is kind of, it makes you wonder. You know, it really does make you wonder. And then you go to all these other cities and they're so productive and they're thriving because they're working together and helping each other. You know, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. If somebody's already invented the wheel, then okay, I'm gonna go buy me a wheel, you know, or, you know, do it the way you did it so I can have a wheel. You know, that's how it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be, right? And it's the craziest
but it's not like
thing.
that.
Like, you just said a mouthful, like so many different things wrapped into. It's the craziest thing, right? But there are some people who get it.
Yeah.
Who, you know, they understand the partnerships and having it documented, because if you don't, you're screwed.
Yes.
Right? So they get it, and it's hard because a lot of times we as Jacksonians and people who just love it here keep trying and trying and trying, but the reality is it changes a lot. What changes is that the clicks change.
Yes.
I finally got Jackson as a cliquish place. I was like, no, it's not. You know, but I was in La La Land. The clicks change, the budgets change. A lot of different things change, but What doesn't change is that when it's a political season, people got all this money. They dropping 5,000, 10,000 here and there.
Right.
But they won't do the same thing for our kids.
To help the kids.
Yeah.
And that's not anything
they
personal.
won't.
Yeah. You have to put your money where your mouth is. That's just the bottom line. If you say you're this person and you want to do these things, then do it. And you'll be blessed for it. But like we were talking about, there is a lot of everything to go around for everybody. And somebody once told me this once before too, because and this kind of getting off the subject a little bit, but if another woman is beautiful, it doesn't make you any less beautiful. You're beautiful too. So you could have more than one beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? And you can have more than one successful person.
If you have your confidence level is enough.
Right.
If your confidence level is not enough and it's not up here, you're not going to be able to handle it.
Right. You're always going to feel
which is so sad.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
But that's what we're here for. We're here to to let the people know that there is a need, and because some of them may not know there's a need. So this platform, which is an amazing platform, we get the opportunity to let the people know what we need and give them the opportunity to be able to support.
Right. And you said something earlier about soliciting or whatever. So that we're absolutely clear, this is the place where you're supposed to ask for something. So I need assistance with this event. I have this going on. I can sell books. I can sell my products. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a this and that. Whatever it is you're doing, ladies, this is the space right here for you to tell us so that because nobody can compete with what I'm doing. So I'm not intimidated like, oh, I can't have this person on my show and I can because I'm so blessed, baby. God don't play games when it comes to us. Do you hear me?
Right.
So, and I don't measure wealth by material things.
Right. Right.
I don't do that. So
many people do.
They do, and it's unfortunate. But on Stilettos on the Pavement, this show exclusively on We Believe podcast, you're supposed to come here to promote you. That's what I want you here for. I want to come into the neighborhoods, the storefronts, the academies, and talk to people in Mississippi, not just Jackson, in the state of Mississippi. And then we're going to have another studio that I'm claiming that I'm working on. I'm also in the Georgia area somewhere.
Awesome.
So when we come back, we're going to take a break in a minute. We have a little bit of a segment left, so I'm not going to bring up anything new because I want to go back to your book where they can purchase it. I want to give the information about your academy, who's it for, how much it costs, and I definitely want to talk about the fundraiser that you're having, and you're trying to raise $20,000 because you need it. And it's necessary, and you guys can really do your research to find out who are crooks and who are telling the truth. And you can best believe you need tax write-offs anyway. Still.
Exactly.
Why don't you do that? So this, think about it. Go back and watch the show again because we're international, baby. This is not just being seen in Jackson, Mississippi. This is all over the world via the websites, our social media platforms, and our partnership with Roku TV. I said a mouthful with that, but I just want you guys to know, don't feel like, well, only the people in Mississippi are going to see it, or only y'all live by social media right now, okay? So it's going to be way more than that, but we'll be right back in just a moment, okay? Hope y'all shared this with somebody if you feel that it's, you're getting something of substance.
Oh, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Q Talicia Garrett. I am here to introduce our New South Development and Training Outreach Hour every Tuesday at 2 p.m., giving you information on how to become a part of the programs through USDA and Farm Service Agency. We can be reached at 678-779-9468. We can also be found online at newsouthoutreach.com.
SocratesGarrettENT.com is a diversified firm specializing in recycled aggregates and crushed concrete. SocratesGarrettENT.com's recycled materials provide the construction industry with significant economic and environmental benefits by recycling clean concrete rubble into M.DOT grade rock materials. Recycled aggregates and crushed concrete can be applied to driveways, road construction, bank protection, parking lots, general bulk fills, and more. By using SocratesGarrettENT.com's crushed concrete products, anyone from homeowners to general contractors can help reduce landfilled concrete waste, conserve natural resources, and gain significant economic savings on materials and disposal costs. For more information, please call 601-896-0084 or visit us online at SocratesGarrettENT.com.
We are back. I want you guys to look at this book, and then I want you to go purchase it. If it's not for you, that's okay. Purchase it for someone else. Purchase it, goodness, for your child, your neighbor, your nieces, your nephew, your students, your people at your church. If it's not for you, purchase it. If it is for you, purchase it, read it, and then give it to somebody else, okay? Don't keep all the knowledge and goodness to yourself. So this is Miss Brenda's book. You want to tell them a little bit more about it?
Sure, absolutely.
And where they can purchase it.
Oh, absolutely. So, becoming an entrepreneur, and if you can see the line under there says, "My pink slip defining moment." This book was born out of me being downsized in 2009 from a job that I had held for 8 years. That was the decline of the economy. We didn't think that we were going to lose our jobs, but we did, and so we had to pivot. And so I started a business, and when I started the business, it became successful, and so I wanted to show other people that they can do it too. So this is called Becoming an Entrepreneur, My Pink Slip Defining Moment, and then it goes to learn how to start and grow your business. So that's what this book is all about. It can be found on my website, www.brendabmyers.com. And you can just click on the link where it says order books, and it'll take you directly to where you can pay for it, purchase it, and it will be delivered to you. Again, that website is www.brendabmyers.com.
Okay, perfect. So in 2009, when you downsized, right, and then you came up with your own business, what was the name of that business, and is it still in existence today?
Okay, so a little backstory about that is when I got my severance money, I took the money, I balled out. Like, you know how we do, we get a little money and we just gonna go, I'm gonna go and take some time off and just enjoy. And so that's what I did. I took some time off and I enjoyed it. But then when I got the vision of becoming an entrepreneur, I started my business, and it had my name on it. It was Myers Insurance Group at the time, because, I felt, I got my own business. I got my name on it.
Right, that was a major thing.
That was major, but that was selfish to me. I got my name on it. And then one day, the Lord gave me another vision. It was like, life is a journey, peaks and valleys, highs and lows. You've been through so much, let's make it about others. Let's make it about the people. So I changed the name of the business from Myers Insurance Group to Journey Insurance Solutions, because life is a journey, and we have to be able to support ourselves, in that journey. So I started teaching about insurance and how to leave a legacy for your kids financially, and it's just so much. So sometimes we have to step away from the selfish us and do what we're called to do, which is help others.
Right, I agree with you. And I was wondering how the name came into existence, so that made sense. So tell us a little bit about what you do there.
So I am the CEO and founder of Journey Insurance Solutions, and what we do is we provide life insurance coverage for individuals, families. We have products for seniors called final expense, because like I know, a lot of us don't get our ducks in a row early. Right. So later on in life, when we find out mom didn't have any insurance or doesn't have any insurance, we have to get her something. But at her age, it's going to be costly. So to still get a whole life coverage, you could get a final expense policy, which basically only cover your final expenses for your funeral services. So that's one of the products. And then we do employee benefits. We go into companies, but if you have 2 or more employees, you can get a group benefit, which includes the dental and the vision and all of that. So, but yeah, and then we teach financial classes. So we teach individuals how to make money within their life insurance policies. A lot of people don't know that you can earn money within your life insurance policies. It's called, it's not an annuity, but the name is escaping me right now.
That's okay.
But you can use your life insurance policy, you can make money in your life insurance policy, and then you can take the money out of the policy and fund whatever you need to fund over time. So you could do that in a whole life policy. Yeah.
Well,
it's called an IUL, an Index
Okay,
Universal Life Insurance Policy,
Okay.
yes.
Y'all heard that? She got it. It came to
It
her.
came to
we
me.
all have those moments, but doggone it,
Yeah,
like, go
Lord,
and do it,
okay.
right? So, okay, it's so many things going through my head right now because sometimes you have insurance and then you lose a job or you're not able to pay and you lose it. But we all know at one time we're all going to leave. So I like what you said. At least get enough for your burial or your cremation to be taken care of.
Right.
Yeah, because I have witnessed a couple of funerals in the last couple of years since COVID. And just the caskets alone,
Oh my God.
man, if you want
Yes.
something that looks like something.
Right. Upwards of
ridiculous.
$10,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. So okay, let me see your book again.
Okay.
This is her book, you guys. I want to be like a teacher. And where can you go purchase it, students? If it's not for you, get it for somebody else. Okay, so let's support. This is what Stilettos on the Pavement is about. We're supporting professional business women right here in Mississippi and in Georgia. Because it's needed. Were you going to say something?
Yeah. No, I was going to say, when you mentioned about purchasing the book for someone else. So when I wrote the book, I went to my friends, and family and people that I know to tell them I was writing a book and, to give them the opportunity to buy a book. Most of them were saying to me, well, I don't want to be an entrepreneur, and I had to just.
That's a good point.
Someone said it to me the last time, I was like, well, let me just tell you this, It's not about you wanting to be an entrepreneur. It's about you supporting me. You can give it to whoever. You can read it. You can just put it on the shelf. But support me, in my efforts and my endeavors. And then, you might see something in it that's interesting to you if you bother to open it and read it. So sometimes you got to look beyond what's for you and then look at helping someone. That's what it's all about. We have to support each other. We all want to make it, and we all can make it, but we can't make it alone. We need help. We need support. And when we reach out to you guys, we are not just reaching out for our benefit. We're reaching out to help others. And that's my whole goal, is to help others. God gave me this. I used to be a selfish person. When I was growing up, I wanted to, if I got mad, I took my ball and went home. I was like, I don't want
No, man.
If I can't win, ain't nobody gonna play.
Oh my God, this baby done left the grounds with her ball and all.
Yes, so but over time you grow up, you mature, and you learn, and everything is not all about you. Sometimes it's about giving back and helping, and you'll be blessed for it, and it's enough. Like I said, enough everything to go around for everybody.
Doubt. And you may not even know you want to be an entrepreneur until you read this book.
Right.
I didn't know I wanted to get into certain sports until I went to the games.
Right.
Until I started researching some of the stuff. So we really don't know what we want sometimes, or we think that's not for me, and it actually could be for you.
Right.
I think, just take more chances in life.
We have to.
I'm not saying be a daredevil like my little sister. I said it. This girl will run off a cliff because she believes the motorcycle is going to spin right in time and she's going to make it as she dives into the water. I'm telling you, my sister is cuckoo crazy.
She's adventurous. That's funny.
Now that's a better word for it. She's adventurous, way more. I am too, but not like that.
Yeah.
There's only so much I'm going to do.
Funny.
Definitely not going to jump out of an airplane. I don't like planes as it is, so once I get in there, I'm not jumping out of it. But my sister was like, let's try this. No, ma'am. You do that on your own.
I'll take the pictures.
Right. I'm right here. I'll be standing right here rooting you on. Go, sis.
Exactly.
No, ma'am.
That is too funny. Yeah.
But I love her. I love her to death. And then we start doing hikes. Do you do anything outdoors, like camping?
No. As a matter of fact, my friend Monica Stewart Wilson, she just came back from whitewater rafting or kayaking or something with her family, and I was like, I don't want to do that. You know, a lot of times we're like, excuses, my hair this, and I don't want to do
Right, black girl problems.
Black girl problems. But I admire her for being adventurous and doing that, you know. So I do want to, you know, take on some of those challenging things just to say, you know, I did it, I can do it. Right. You know, we have to stop limiting ourselves.
Telling you the truth.
So,
I'm telling you the truth. I missed so many trips waiting on Betty Sue
I
over
know,
here,
I know.
and Tommy Beth was gonna come,
Yes.
and then their baby this, and my sister called me one day. Toy was like, "Look, Nika, let me tell you, don't miss any more trips for other people. The money is not the problem for you. You will budget and figure it out, do whatever you have to do, but don't do it."
Right.
So one of my things was I don't really like to travel solo, but I'm learning, baby. I had
Girl,
the time of my life.
let me tell you.
I was on nobody's time clock. I didn't have to figure out if they had anything to drink, eat, whatever.
Exactly.
So you travel by yourself a lot?
All the time, but I had to get to that place. I wasn't always at that place. When you have girlfriends and you're in this, you know, your friends, y'all do everything together, and then it's like you said, if one or two can't go, then you say, well, I'm not gonna go.
Right.
I had to learn. If you can't go, all right, girl,
I'll see you when I get
exactly.
Right.
So the last place I went was Dallas. I was telling you about Dallas.
Dallas is
and so
nice.
yes, I was going through whatever I was going through. You know how we go through stuff, just thinking about everything I had to do, and it was just coming all down on me at one time. Okay. So I said, let me just step away. And I had a conference in Dallas, but I went that first day, and my mentor wasn't there. So I wasn't taking in what I need to take in anyway. So I said, I'm just going to stay in this room for these 4 days and just enjoy me. So when I checked into the hotel, because I didn't check in the hotel until after I'd gone to the conference the first day. And so when I checked into the hotel, beautiful hotel, I walked in a room, this giant 60-foot screen TV said, "Welcome, Brenda." Girl, that just put me just to a whole different level. You know, I was like, this is meant for me. I need this downtime. You know, but if somebody had been with me, I would have been like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Okay, we're going to meet up at this time. We're going to do this.
Then they're going to say, I don't like that. I don't eat that. I don't want to go there.
Oh, my
Like,
gosh. So, right. I am finding that just doing things by myself, it's actually opening so many more doors because I'm not waiting. You know, I'm not waiting for somebody else to make my decisions for me. So I'm doing it myself, and I'm excited.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about the joys of being single. Correct me if you're not single.
Oh, I'm single.
Yeah,
single.
we're gonna have to talk about the joys. Single, right? Out here in these streets, these dangerous streets.
Right.
So I'm telling you right now, it's funny, but it's not funny, and it's sad because somebody just broke up with me like a month ago.
Oh my goodness!
So my heart is hurting. It really is. It doesn't look like it, but it does. But the beauty of when you heal from that, right? It's gonna take a minute. When it's a difference between loving somebody and being in love with someone.
Right.
So that's a whole different.
I think we have that in common too, because you know, when you think somebody is your person, and then, you know, you find out they're not your person for whatever the
and
reason
you try,
is.
like you try harder with this time than you tried before.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, I tried to cook because I don't cook. So I was like, I'll do the dishes if you cook. But that hurts even more because you feel like I tried.
Yeah.
You know, I let my guards down.
Yeah.
One of my problems is I love my family and they come first and they shouldn't come first all the time. I get that. And then the second thing is I like what I do, so I have to learn to cut it off and have date night or one-on-one time, because otherwise I'd be like, I got one more email.
I know.
And then I'll be by myself forever. But being single is a blessing in disguise.
It is, because, you know, like I said, I've been married before, and even when you're married, you're still kind of limited as to what you can do, because now you have to consider somebody else.
That's true.
And when you're single, you know, you can pretty much do what you want to do without having to watch a clock, like you said, and just consider, well, I got to get home by this time because I got to cook or whatever. You know, you don't have those relationship problems when you're single.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But what I love hard. And you know, the last person that I was with, I really did believe that was my person. But the respect that I have for him is because, you know, he's taking care of his mother, you know, and he has his own businesses and he's doing all of these things. So you have to know when you can't, instead of hurting somebody, just say, I can't do that right now. And I respect that even more. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing games and making you wait and all this stuff. So we have to be considerate of people's feelings.
Yeah.
And, you know, and just move accordingly.
Right. I think that I have to be careful what I say. Hold on. Bam. Okay, this is it. You have to remember that everybody's childhood affects them for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Whether it helps when they get counseling, because I love therapy every Wednesday, 12 o'clock. That's one thing, right? And then whatever your beliefs are, however you were raised, goes into play of who you become. And then for us as women entrepreneurs, you have the whole challenge of how dare you be a successful female entrepreneur who's educated, who has the brain smarts, who's attractive, who's all these things that are powerful but intimidating.
Threatening to men.
Yeah. Especially if don't let you make more money than him. For some reason, that seems to be a big problem with them.
That is true. But if we're one. Even financially, we're one. My mom told me when she and my dad were first married, she was talking about, her money, his money, or whatever. And she was like, that's my money. And he had money, and he said, so give me your money. And so he put it all on the bed. He said, now pick out your money. Because it's the same, your money, we're in this together. Even if I make a couple more dollars than you, it's okay. It's all going into the same pot. But that goes back to the male ego. We know that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm kind of like double dutching because, we'll talk about that later. Because sometimes, we're going to talk about that later. I'm going to have you come back real soon with that. Before we close, we've talked about a lot of different things. I definitely want you to let them know how they can get a hold of you, whatever social media platforms, email, etc., and mention your academy and the money that you are raising.
Okay, so you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and all of my handles are at Brenda Myers CEO. At Brenda Myers CEO. You can reach me on there. Leave me a message. I'll check my messages all the time. You can go to my website, www.brendabmyers.com, and information about me is there. Information about my online academy, Entrepreneurs Academy 101 is there. Information about my foundation is there. And where you can order your book or your copy of your book is there. And on my Facebook page for Entrepreneurs Academy 101 Foundation, that's information that you can go there to get information about the fundraiser. I am trying to raise $20,000 in 30 days. So it's underway. I put the link out there. All you have to do is click on the link. It'll take you directly. And any denomination is fine. Every little bit helps because it's all going toward the same cause. So if you just, forego that $8 cup of coffee, add $2 to it, send $10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps, but we have 30 days to raise $20,000, and that's what our goal is. So, and it's not about me, it's about the children. If you pay attention to the news and you see all the crime that's being committed out here from 15 years old to 21 years old, that is so sad. That lets me know that we need to do something to save our children. That's where the Academy came in at, because I feel like this generation, they're filled with dreams and visions. They're so smart with computers, the social media stuff. A lot of kids are getting paid on social media, but they don't have the structure. So that's where the Academy come in at, and it's online, www.entrepreneursacademy101.com. www.entrepreneursacademy101.com is where you can go. You can, check out the curriculum and just, sign up, take some classes. Sponsor a kid to take some classes. That's what it's all about.
Okay. Well, you said it. You heard it here. I'm so excited about, I haven't even asked you yet, but I want you to come back, and I want you to come back like next week or something soon, so that this show airs, and then we come back with more information about who you are, and just girl conversation, because clearly we've talked about a gamut of things today, which was really kind of fun, actually. So again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Tamika Garrett. I am Tamika Garrett on Stilettos on the Pavement, exclusively on We Believe digital podcast. I'm very, very excited about, because I always am hopeful, right? I'm hoping that we'll do better. I'm hoping that partnerships will work. I'm hoping that people provide things for our kids to do, especially because school is out for the summer. Well, you guys, I guess that's why, again, our show is called We Believe, and I believe that anything is possible.
Yeah, one more thing.
Something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I didn't mention, but I am also a speaker, a motivational speaker.
We're going to get to that.
Are we going? Oh, see.
But not today. Right. We're going to get to that.
Okay.
Most
I just
definitely.
wanted to put that out there too.
Oh, yeah. We're going to put everything you want them to know.
Okay.
We're going to hit it. And so right now they can go to your website and look. And then when you come back, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Take us out of here. Jaleesa, please.
Are you tired of living check to check and looking for residual income? We have just the opportunity for you. Join us on Saturday, the 25th of June in Jackson, Mississippi, as we discuss the sexiest industry in the world, travel. Let's turn your passion into profits, whether it's on a full-time or part-time basis. Please RSVP or text to 404-915-8626. We look forward to connecting and taking flight. See you soon.